So I knew Rex Oldfield from EMI, who was now running MGM. I did like 4 records for MGM and an album with an act called Sundragon, which was Deep Purple playing on the backing tracks. Because of the Joe Meek thing, knowing Richie and Chaz, Richie phoned me up, and what he said, look, I've got these 2 mugs, they've got a lot of money and want to finance a band. There's Chris Curtis and Bobby Woodman. Come down and see what you think. And I said, okay, I'll come. This is like a Wednesday. By the time I went down on a Friday, Chris Curtis and Bobby Woodman are gone. And Ian Pace and I can't remember, what's the singer's name? Rod Evans. We're in. I lived at Cockfosters, which is like 4 miles away from South Mims. And John and Tony had put them in this farmhouse type place at South Mims. And I went, great. Yeah, really good, I like that. And then they introduced me John and Tony. We had one who'd come from advertising, and the other who was running his mum's baby clothes thing. There was a third one, and that was the H of Heck, which was the management company, who in this time had been arrested for selling forged paintings. So he got blown out. So they come to me, and I sat down and I said, okay, I'll do the deals for you, which I did, which twice has been lawsuits over various members of Deep Purple saying they were ripped off in the early days. And everybody said, no, these are as good a deals that you were ever going to get in those days. You know, the fact that you got an EMI contract, which was the first, I believe, that I negotiated, was they had it for the world outside USA, Canada and Japan. And the publishing deal was like a 60-40 deal. And in 1967, that was a great deal. Through Feldman's and Ronnie Beck, they said, would you record this band called the John Evans Smash? And I went, yeah, all right, if you like. So we went into CBS Studios in Bond Street, as it was in those days. And I did 3 tracks or 4 tracks with the John Evans Smash, which was basically a show band with brass and whatever. And I went to him and I said, well, you should really become a rock band and lose the brass. And the singer came to me and said, well, we're losing the brass, but we're not going to become a rock band, per se. That was Ian Anderson and Jethro Tull. Meantime, I'd taken them to Abbey Road and done 4 tracks with them and called them Candy Coloured Rain, because Flower Power was in at the time, and that seemed like a good name. Ian Anderson phoned me and said, we're changing the name to Jethro Tull. I misheard it, and I thought he said Jethro Tull, because I'd never heard of this seed pod driller or inventor or whatever. And I phoned up MGM and said, it's Jethro Tull.